They've had their papers put forward and published in the actual journal. And so all our papers are available here. And again, they're all practitioner researchers bringing the embodied knowledge from their own workplace into the academy so that we, within higher education, can learn from them. They're carrying out valid research. I now have 4 PhD students who have registered at Dublin City University, 4 doctoral students, using the living theory approach. So it's now acceptable as an approach at PhD level for people to bring that, and you can read those accounts of learning. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Margaret. Thank you. Do we have any questions?
Get a feeling this process is entirely introspective. There's no expectation that people will engage with what is already known about the issues that they explore.
Oh, believe me, it can't be not engaging with the issues. I'll just go back to the website. It can't be not engaged with the issues because for a master's degree, you can't get a master's degree without engaging with the literature. So all of the students would have engaged very thoroughly with literature. So before, for example, Martina would have even looked at e-portfolios, she would have done her research in terms of what's been said about the use of e-portfolios. If you go into the actual research dissertations, I'll just go in 2007. Take these, for example, just because 2. You see, the lit review. I proposed to review the literature relevant to the study, 3 interrelated themes: empowerment, collaboration, and organisational learning. How these issues affect relationships between people within organisations and between. So her whole study was, first of all, informed by literature. So she was looking.
I presume that the story will relate to how that's been used.
Yeah, she will draw upon the literature, but the difference is that she's not applying theories from the literature to her practice.
No.
It's not about her looking at social constructivism per se and saying, I'm going to apply this approach to my learning. Yes, she may draw on the theories, but she is working in this context, so she is the person best able to say how she's developing her theory from practice. So, it's not to underestimate the fact that practitioners can develop theory through practice as opposed to just applying other people's theories. There's a recent article in Leadership that says, how are bad management theories ruining good management practices? So Sean will talk about that. We need to turn it on the head and say, how can we learn from competent practice as opposed to thinking that theories inform everything?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Clarice, the master's thesis, do you have an education professional doctorate in the institution? Because these are the values involved in doing a professional doctorate too, that the practitioner engages with theory but also produces original contribution. And in my perspective, having done one, I see that as a much harder task than simply doing a theoretical contribution to knowledge, because we also have to make it work, as well as pass the academic requirements.
Yeah, no, we do in our education department. We have a taught doctorate, which is separate, and then we have PhD by research.
Yes.
But we have those things with criteria, because even within the masters, we have the 20,000 word dissertation. But we have people who then say, choose to develop an artifact, some kind of development project with 10,000 words. So, for example, one of the students this year was a primary school teacher who developed a video, and the video was to show how she was helping her students to learn Irish, the Irish language, which they all don't like to learn. But she was showing, how she was trying to enable and embody and help the students to do that. But again, the problem is the criteria with that. Our external examiner was saying that is not an easy option. It's almost easier to do the 20,000 words than have to think, how can I build all this together? So, yeah, it's just different criteria and different Yeah.
Do we have any other questions? Okay, if not, thank you very much indeed. Margaret. Thank you. Thank you everyone. If there are copies of papers, please collect at the front. Enjoy your coffee downstairs.